tracking our cold front that's currently north of the some showers and storms along that frontal boundary. That's definitely out in North Texas, even along Central Texas. You're able to see that storm activity that's currently bringing some showers and some lightning in some locations. Not looking any severe weather for areas north of us, but as we warm up into the later parts of the afternoon, we very well could start seeing that rain activity move southward and push towards the city of Houston later on today. And that is the reason why we've issued that hourly weather impact alert between 1 and 8, because we could see maybe a strong storm or two with this system as it continues pushing southward. So as we look at our future track, as those storms move into our area, we are expecting that to continue pushing south. And so if we do get a strong storm or two, it's going to be mainly along our coastal areas from Galveston to Freeport, even Angleton. However, we can't rule out the possibility of maybe a strong storm in the Houston area, which is why we're issuing that weather impact alert for this afternoon, because usually when it comes to these cold fronts, especially around this time of year, they usually have a severe weather aspect to it as we are getting into a seasonal change of fall here across southeast Texas. So as we look at that situation, we will very well see areas south of town likely to see more impacts of this any type of severe storm. And even though that you do see more of the stronger storms that are just offshore Galveston later on today, we very well could see some of these move or stick inland and bring some showers for this afternoon. So that's what we're looking at in terms of that hourly weather impact alert, especially as that front will be moving through our area later on this evening. So as we look at that situation, as far as the rest of our Saturday, temps are still going to be quite comfortable, but it's not going to be really until 1 to 3 p.m. is when we're going to start seeing that storm activity increase. And I know you're probably waking up and you're looking outside and you're probably thinking, what rain? It is a calm, beautiful start to our day here across southeast Texas. However, things look a little dicey, especially if you are traveling north of the Houston area. There is quite a bit of showers and some isolated storms that are just north of Houston. So we're in the clear right now as I'm recording this at around 8 o'clock, but we are expecting to see some of these shower activity. You're able to see a few of those lightning strikes just north of Austin, and this is all a part of that frontal boundary that is moving southward, and it's going to bring our chance for some possible storms into our area as we head into the next few hours. So as we take a bigger look at the picture, we're seeing this frontal boundary just start moving towards the northeast around just south of Wichita, even Dallas, Fort Worth. And you're also seeing some quite a bit of storm activity just north of the Fort Worth area currently right now. We have a bit of heavier rain showers moving into Dallas, and so that is the case in terms of the shower activity. And just keep in mind that we're going to start seeing these clouds start increasing later on this afternoon, and eventually these showers that you see north of us are going to start pushing southward and moving into Houston later on today, a part of this weak cold front. We're not going to see drastic drop in temperatures, nor are we going to see the gusty winds that we saw with last weekend's cold front, but this is more of a weak frontal system. It is going to keep those temperatures fall-like at least through the start of this next for this weekend, especially as we head into the start of next week. So expecting those conditions to remain mostly just calm for now, but we will start seeing that cloud coverage start increasing for us here as we head into the afternoon hours. As far as your 7-day forecast, high temps are going to be in the lower 70s for today, and then as we head back into Sunday, you're going to be mostly sunny. After this frontal boundary does pass us, we will have another stretch of sunny and pleasant weather here across the Houston area. And so don't forget, tomorrow is going to be the day that we're going to be falling back and gaining an hour's sleep heading into the start of our work week. So we are expecting that to continue. That frontal boundary pushing southward for this afternoon, especially as we head closer towards the 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock hours. And so we have quite a bit of rain with this system that is stretching as far south as of Austin. So you're seeing those showers, you're seeing a little bit of lightning. So there is some instability in the atmosphere just north of us. And as this system pushes southward, it will bring that shower activity and rain activity into the Houston area later on today. So if you do have those afternoon plans, it's not going to be a complete washout, but just have a plan B just in case that you are outside, because we could maybe get a strong storm or two later on this evening, and it really could bring us, we could see maybe a severe storm out of this, especially as that system and as these storms push along the coastal areas, because our short-term models are really just not catching on to this system all quite well. As you see right now, as I'm showing you the future track right now, this is as of 8 a.m. It's not really catching on to those showers that are north of us happening at this very moment. And so as we push southward, that's what gives us a little bit of uncertainty of what's to come later on this afternoon. And so if you're seeing that shower activity north of us, that usually means that it's going to bring that rain chance south into the Houston area later on today. So I know that you see some of these stronger storms just offshore, but take this future track as a grain of salt, because we very well could see maybe a strong storm or two here in the Houston area later on today. And that's why we're issuing that weather impact alert, because these short-term weather models, especially when it comes to that seasonal change, just really not performing well currently right now. But as you see now, as I show you radar, we are starting to see that shower activity moving south of Dallas along 35, like you see right here on current radar. So that's our forecasting process, and this is what's giving us makes us think to believe that we very well could see some of these lone isolated storms moving into Houston later on today, which is why we are issuing that rain chance and why we're talking about weather impact alert for today, especially for this afternoon as that frontal boundary pushes southward. So keep that in mind if you are traveling later on today. We're starting off mostly clear, we're starting off sunny, but we very well could see some of these storms move into our area later on this evening. And so we do have a frontal boundary that will bring us somewhat cooler conditions. And just keep in mind that if we do see a storm, we could see some heavy rain, maybe some dangerous lightning, and we cannot rule out some gusty, damaging winds with those storms as they move into the Houston area. So looking at the next 7 days, rain chance for today, after this front passes, we're gonna be back to sunny and pleasant weather for the start of next week, and those temps are still gonna remain fall-like, only topping out in the 60s and 70s, overnight lows dropping into the 50s and 40s, and then we are gonna be warming up just a bit as we head into the end of the week, back into the 80s, but those overnight and morning temperatures are still gonna remain a bit on the cooler side, especially as when it comes to the fall-like conditions, especially going into the next several days. So calm start to our day, very beautiful morning. You might be able to go out and have some breakfast or brunch here for our Saturday, but this afternoon, just keep in mind that we are tracking some showers and some downpours north of us that's currently moving through central Texas and north Texas that very well could move into our area later on today. And as always, we are tracking the latest, and we will be keeping you up to date on the latest weather forecast and updates on KHOU.com and on the KHOU 11 app. Make sure to tune in at 9 a.m. for the KHOU 11 morning news with myself and Katira Winfrey.